The first step to fixing a computer screen is to ensure that it's fully turned off. And if your screen is broken or completely black, the easiest way to tell is if you cut the caps lock key, the light on it doesn't turn on. Normally, on a computer, you would just be able to take this bit off and access the screen. But on this computer, there's a screw in here. So to get to that, we actually need to take off the bottom bit of it. It's holding the backboard on that we need to take off. I normally take them off starting in the bottom left going in a clockwise fashion. Also, over here I have a piece of tape that I can put the screws on as I'm taking it off because they're not all the same length. You've unscrewed all the screws, the next step is to take our backboard off. The easiest way to do this is to get in underneath here, and if you look at it you'll see there's a bit where they meet. You just need to get in it and just wiggle it loose. Then you can slowly go around the underside. Don't worry if it clicks, so long as you're being kind of gentle with it, the whole thing should slowly come undone. Once you've taken off the backboard, you've removed it. If I were you, I wouldn't touch anything. The only thing we're going to do here is take off the screws on these two hinges. Once you have taken out the screws, the next step is to get rid of these hinges. And the easiest way to do that is just to lift up only the top bit of your laptop, hinge it up a wee bit, and then bring it back down. You'll find that they come out, and you can then just lift these one up. Don't be afraid if they're a bit hard to get up. They're meant to be that way. Now that the hinges are undone, the next step is to slowly move our big bit here forward. Make sure that this black wire here is not at all tense. The only thing you should be able to see are these screws in here. Now normally they would have a black sticker on them, but because I've done this before, I've removed the sticker. You can just throw it away afterwards. Once you have removed the sticker, you need to take out this screw. But the screw size is smaller than the other ones, so make sure you have a smaller screwdriver to fit. Once the screws are out, we can now work on our actual thing. But before that, we need to put all this back together. So you're sliding these hinges back in, but seeing as we're going to take it apart again because we need to get these screws back in, I would recommend only putting in like one screw on these ones and only a few when you're putting on your backboard. Finally move on to our black plastic bit here. The easiest way to do this is to get in with a fingernail and just loosen it. Now on the inside of this there will be a wee bit of like glue or something, so we're not moving the computer screen, we're only moving the black bit. Once you've got a corner loose, just go in with a card and loosen all this. Everything is removed, we can finally go on to taking off the screen. But there is a black gel in here and here that is holding it on. The easiest way to get rid of this is to go with a hairdryer in and just heat up lightly the back of this. You don't want to heat it up too much as the plastic that the back bit's made of can also melt and deform. So just a wee bit and slowly peel it off. Once the back of your screen is completely loosened, you're going to slightly bend it and slowly take it out. You can see here at the back, that is the thing that's connecting it to the computer. So we're just going to take off the sticker and then slowly take out the connector. We have a rolled screen and we've got our new screen here. We're done with this. This can just be thrown in the bin if you want. So with this screen here, we have just attached it the exact same way we took the old one off. You've got your connector in there and your sticker. We just put it on. You can see here, you might want to organise your black bits in here. We did the exact same way with a hairdryer. Just flattened it all out. Made sure it sticks in nicely. Once that's done, you can then assemble your backboard and add everything on. I've just attached on our black bit here. Sometimes you can have trouble with getting it in properly. If that's the case, just go from the top down to the bottom, pushing it in. Unscrewed all these, and we're taking this apart again. We need to add the screws back into the backboard. Right, now you've taken everything apart, you're going to add these screws again. Remember your smaller screwdriver because you don't want to mess up these screws. We're adding the screws back in, but don't put them in too tight because A, you're going to strip the screws when you're putting them in, which is when you keep going round and round and round and it wears the screws down. And B, It's going to be a lot harder next if you ever have to do this again. It's all done. I've stuck this on. You want to give it quite a push when it's going down. Sometimes it can get caught on the sides. Just push it in and push it down. Now, I remember that I started down here and went clockwise when I was doing the screws. So now I'm going to start here and go down anti-clockwise when doing it, because I've got them all laid out here. It's all done. Your computer turns on now. Everybody's happy. Under the link in the description to your laptop's website, I'm going to put the link to this exact screen so that you can buy that if you want. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.